I believe we are good to go.
Think so. Because I think it is live. Yeah,
Yes.
we are live.
Awesome. Hello, everybody. My name is Pavneet. I'm here from Ausyes Migration. I hope you guys are doing well and staying safe. Just like most of the Fridays, we are back with our live session, and I have our registered migration agent, Mr. Rakesh Mahajan, as well with me in the session. So, first of all, hello from my side to everybody who is watching us, and over to you, Rakesh, sir,
Hello,
for your
hello
hellos.
everyone. My name is Rakesh Mahajan, and I'm a registered migration agent here at Ausyes. So we got another live Friday live. We'll try to give you latest updates, and we'll also be taking any questions you have in the session.
So, you guys are more than welcome to answer. Post your comments below the video to ask any questions. You are more than welcome to even send your questions via a text message or WhatsApp me on 0452 000 Our contact details are listed below as well. Now, before we head into our session, just a quick brush up with everything that has been happening. First of all, I know everybody has been dealing with all the stress that has come with these COVID restrictions and everything. I know it's really sad, but I believe we are going to get on top of it. And before we get started in the session, Rakesh, sir, would you like to kind of just run us through if there is anything that has changed since we were live
Uh,
last?
Pavneet, yeah, not much, but there are just few updates. To begin with, there's an update with the travel exemption for the this prospective marriage visa holders. So that is subclass 300. So what the department has said, if they have got the visa, they are now eligible to apply exemption, but it's not for a student visa, or 485 dependents. It is just for people who holds subclass 300, that is prospective marriage visa. So now they are able to apply for exemption, but people expected something more, but they said no, they are not automatically exempt, but they can apply for one. Another quick update is for partner visa, applicants who have applied for their subclass 820 or subclass 309 partner visa onshore or offshore. Department has said that they may get calls from various offices around the world. They may call the applicants or sponsors even after hours. So they should be ready to receive those calls and answer whatever queries they have. But having said that, they've also confirmed that they won't be asking any, card details or any personal information over the phone. But the purpose of those phone calls may be just to, you know, uh, match some facts or know something more about the relationships. But people may expect calls from various embassies around the world, partner visa applicants to about their applications. So that's another update. One more important update we got here is from Engineers Australia. So what they have done is now they can nominate people for global talent visa. Earlier they were not into this. Only ACS used to do this thing, but now Engineers Australia has said that if you are a prospect, for subclass 858 global talent visa, and you qualify your high caliber individual interested to file that visa, they are able to nominate you for subclass 858. So few of these, yeah. And besides that, I think there's not much. Most of the things are going normal.
Well, I still think it will bring a sigh of relief for prospective visa applicants, visa holders. Sorry, at least they know something is happening towards that long battle that they have been in. And yes,
Yes.
with everybody who has their partner visa applications in place already, as Mr. Rakesh mentioned, keep an eye out on these phone calls. So you don't want to miss that important call when they are trying to contact you. Moving forward, with there are many important things that have been happening, and recently, I believe it would not be bad to say that this season, September, October, November, it's like a graduating season when many students
Yeah.
finish their studies or they have just completed their courses. Visas are expiring, and I know they are ready for their 485 applications.
Yes.
However, COVID has brought extensive delays in processing. And Rakesh, sir, students have been on bridging visas from their last student visa extensions. Now, in terms of these students who are still on bridging visas and the visa is finishing, what do they do for their temporary residency 485 visas?
So interestingly, like if the students are holding bridging visa A or B, which is granted to them within last 6 months. So, for example, if you have uh, filed your student visa extension on, for example, 10th of March
Yeah.
this year, and you haven't received your visa yet, you're holding bridging visa A or B, and you've completed your studies, the students can apply for 485. But
Okay.
the time limit for that thing is only 6 months. So it is either within 6 months of completion of studies, or it is either within 6 months of you holding that substantive visa. So that's a good news.
Is there an option? Let's say they really miss on one of these time frames. Is there any leniency that is taken towards, for example, it has just been 6 months yesterday, either from the date of completion? Because I know when people come here for 485 consultations, many of them are confused because what happens is once they finish their courses, usually they have 2 or 3 months more remaining on
Yes.
their actual student visa, and then because they're so excited they start working and they don't want to take that stress because they've recently finished with their exams. Is there any leverage that they are given if they miss that 6 months deadline or not?
No, unfortunately, no. It has to be within 6 months of the completion of your studies, or within 6 months of you last holding student visa, whichever comes first.
Okay.
So you can't, or they have to take up another course and may be eligible once that course finishes.
And in terms of students, like I have recently seen, students sometimes think they qualify for 485, but based on the courses, because they have moved from so many courses with multiple COEs in the past, is there a requirement that as long as they have finished any course, like most of them have this idea, they can just
Yeah,
go for 485, or no? It is wise to advise that they must check if they meet the basic eligibility. It's not just about course completion.
absolutely correct. Pameet, I got a client yesterday. Uh, she was not eligible, like not because of the course, but because of the age. She was 52 years old. Now, there is also an age limit that is 18 to 50 years. You can't apply once you pass that age. With regards to courses, if you have studied bachelor's or master's, doesn't matter which bachelor's or master's you have studied, you are eligible to apply for 485. But if you have studied a diploma level course,
Mhm.
then your course must lead to an occupation which is in medium and long term skill list. If your
Okay.
occupation is in short term list and you are not able to get a provisional skill assessment, no, one is not eligible to apply for 485. The most popular example I can give you is a diploma of nursing, which leads to the occupation of enrolled nurse. But that diploma is not entitled to get 485, because enrolled nursing is an occupation which is in the short term list and not the long term list.
Okay.
Another classic example is your diploma of leadership and management or
Yeah.
diploma of business. They don't lead you to 485. Another classic example can be a diploma of this hairdressing. It doesn't lead you to 485 at all. Yeah.
Okay. So, well, I hope this has cleared some of the issues that students have been having lately a lot. And especially students who've done enroll nursing. I myself have come across so many queries where people have just done that, but they don't realize they need to study something else further to cover up
Yes.
that time frame where they can qualify to apply for 485. And sometimes the issue is they wait till the last minute when they think they're ready to apply, but unfortunately that's not the application time because they never qualified in the first
Yeah.
place. One more thing I really want to highlight in terms of 485 is we do know 485 has English requirements. So it is
Yes.
overall 6 and then no less than 5 each. If they want to do PT, for example, IELTS, that is roughly the score we are looking at, 6. There are a number of tests that are accepted other than these two tests as well. But as long as we have a overall score of 6, I think, and it's no less
Yeah.
than 5
6
each, you said.
and 5 in each.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Now, what happens if they are on that duration where they are supposed to apply for it 5, but they don't have their English score? What is the process? What do they need to do? They go back on a student visa, or what do they have to do?
So there are two situations in this. The first is that they're not able to get the date, which is easy because due to COVID, as of now, they can apply with the booking. Like if they have booked a exam in the future date and don't have scores as of now, they can apply for 485. But
Yeah.
the second situation is where they are not able to get the required score.
Yeah.
We come across many students in the last few weeks, I believe. After completion of the course, they are not able to achieve that score. Now, with those, students, um, if they are not confident that they cannot get the score, in next 6 months,
Yeah.
they normally they should, if they can. The best option can be subclass, 408, which is COVID visa. Rather than going on a student visa again, they can apply for subclass 408, which is COVID visa. And this can be granted with full-time work rights if they're working in critical sectors. There are 8 critical sectors, which are like agriculture, food processing, aged care, disability, hospitality and tourism, and I think childcare.
Okay.
So if one is working in one of these sectors, they can get full-time work rights and visa up to 1 year.
Okay.
Now, this will give them time to do their test and apply for their 485 within the next 6 months.
Okay.
That's one thing.
How complicated is the process of 408 if somebody does not qualify and they go on 408? Like, is it something that is achievable to buy some time, or?
Yes, quite possible. Even if they're not working in critical sector, they can still get this visa. They can still get work rights. But with these sectors, they can get full-time work rights, which is a good news. And this is also a very good visa. So, sorry, in terms of tricky, you said it is a bit tricky because, once they qualify for their next visa, they have to withdraw this application and then do another application. So that's why it becomes a bit tricky there. So you must consult a registered migration agent for that. Don't try to play around with those things.
Okay. So as we have discussed, guys, I believe 408 is one option that you guys can consider. And if you are somebody who is in the process of application for 485 visa and you don't have your English scores ready, you can certainly come in and see us, and then we will see if on the basis of your work and as Mr. Rakesh mentioned, the categories that fit in to qualify for that visa, if you meet those requirements, we can certainly help you to lodge a 408 visa. And if I'm not wrong, I think there is no visa fee for that visa that's payable
Yes,
to the
there is no
department.
visa fee for that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
so you do save some money as well. There is no visa fee that you have to pay to the department. And if you are working in the right occupation, it will borrow you some time where you can do your English test and then go on to your 485 and further pathways. Now, in terms of TR processing, I had a question today. Immediate family members. I know that people really do have concept where they feel immediate family is family like your parents and everyone because they are a part of your family and it's immediate family. But according to the term definition that's given by Home Affairs, Mr. Rakesh, can you highlight and explain what can be included, who can be included as immediate families, and who cannot be?
Okay, so as per the migration law, the family unit includes only your spouse and children and no one else. I know you have an inquiry in the morning where a person was asking to include their parents in the application. Yeah, so only your spouse and your children are immediate family members.
And
With
that's
408, I would like to add one more thing here that say if you are completing your 485, your post study visa is expiring soon. They're also rather going on a student visa. 408 may be a very good option, which gives you more time to apply for skilled migration and also to add work experience. For example, someone is doing has studied commercial cookery and they're able to get 1 year this 408, they can add that 1 year experience to their profile, which can help them to achieve more points.
yeah.
And say for example someone has 2 years experience as a chef, now they're running out of the visa with 485, they may get 408 and work for another year and may be eligible for 186, which is employer nominated visa.
Mm.
So that gives you another advantage during this time, and this visa is going very well. So but eligibility, so it's a bit tricky, but talk to us and we can help with that.
See how we go. One more thing I just wanted to quickly add. What about these clients? I did have some queries, and I know now I've had people inform me that they really can't book in for their PT tests anymore, especially our clients from Sydney, Melbourne, who are finding it really difficult to make their bookings, or if they have made bookings, the bookings have been cancelled and they have been issued refunds. In terms of their 485 application, how do they go about it? Is it really that they cannot lodge it, or
I think, Pamni, the last update we have, they said you can apply with the booking receipt, but with this is the new development now that they are not able to get test dates for next
okay?
6 months. So let's see if something comes up in next few days. We will update on our Facebook page. But as of now, you can apply with a booking. I believe if someone is living in Melbourne or Sydney, they can easily make a future booking in other states if they're not able to get in Melbourne or Sydney. I think that's what I can think of as of now.
Actually, that would be a good idea.
Yeah,
So at least
if you're living
rather
in
than
Melbourne, Sydney, just book a test in South Australia and attach that booking, and we can process the application.
yeah, that will be a good idea. So at least they can book it in a different state. So they have
Yeah,
something as an acknowledgement letter stating their booking details. They can upload that with their file. Yes, that's quite
yeah.
good. I hope that makes sense to people out there. We have received a lot of queries lately. So I hope this helps you answer a little bit of that doubt where you can utilize this towards your 485. I've seen Rakesh has sent a message saying he has the travel exemption. How about flights and the availability? Now, I'm not sure what country are we talking from flights availability, but what are your comments on this, Mr. Rakesh?
I absolutely have no idea about the availability of flights. So better he has to check with the travel agency or government agencies, whatever.
getting the flights ready is actually going to work in favor for all of us. That's
Yeah.
what we want as well. That's what everybody wants. Everybody does want to travel, and I hope it was in somebody's hand and somebody could sort it out. But unfortunately, it is not. I've got another question from Eloise. Can you elaborate further on skill assessment? Rakeshwar, can you explain a brief process? What is skill assessment? What is the process of getting skills assessed? For
Skill
example, for
assessment.
any XYZ occupation.
Okay, so Eloise, skill assessment is a basic requirement for any skilled visa. So you can say that Australia has a list of occupations, and they have, assigned one specific body to assess every skill. Unless you have a skill assessment, your application can't go further. That's all I can say. So there are different assessing bodies for different skills. So it is one of the essentials of any skilled visa. I would say it is a first step to move forward for any skilled visa. Process will vary from occupation to occupation. Um, Location, trades have a different criteria. Management occupations have different criteria, and all that. Yeah. So many factors matter.
How do
Yeah.
we define the importance of skill assessment?
It is the heart
It's the
of
heart.
yes.
It's the heart of your migration
Yeah, so
process.
many people think that they assume, they don't understand that they can't move anywhere without a skill assessment. They come to us and they say, I've been working in disability for last 3 years, can I get 491?
I know.
No, you can't, unless you have one skill assessment, unless you nominate an occupation, you cannot.
So, skill assessment is your step one
Step one.
towards your permanent residency applications. If you have your skill assessed in a category, that's your occupation where you're going to apply. Having your skills assessed means, like I'm saying, this is my occupation. Getting skills assessed is like a stamp that, yes, this occupation is something you are eligible for. And that's the first step to this ladder of permanent residency. There is nowhere else you get without having your skill assessments done. Now, with this 485 season that I sort of feel that everybody is going towards 485, or yes, student visa extensions. We have been doing so many student visa extensions lately and 485 applications. So that's all the latest developments that have really been happening. Now, moving on the ending note of our session, I just wanted to say, is there anything from SA migration? Students are graduating. They will be on their pathways to see what they are going to do next. What is the next step? Any tips for these students, our new graduates?
See, the program is going very well. We are getting invitations regularly for nurses, for IT people, for uh, trades. Everyone is getting invitation. I think they got enough quota for now. So the message is, if you qualify, don't wait any further. Just proceed with your skill assessment. Don't keep sitting and thinking that it will stay same. It may, certain occupations may run out of quota very soon. But in terms of people graduating in September, November, like coming 2-3 months, I would say they must consult their migration agents and explore the SA graduate pathway, because there are so many occupations which are eligible for nomination even without any work experience. There are various categories. There are high performing graduates, then there are certain occupations, high GPAs, there high English. So your occupation may be eligible for nomination even without experience. So explore that SA graduate pathway for your occupation.
So, as I mentioned, please keep in mind, even some of our clients, you may qualify for SA graduate pathway. So, don't miss this opportunity. and you may be able to utilize your waivers. You may be able to use your education towards your skill
Yeah,
assessment.
you may use your overseas experience to get skill assessment.
We did have some clients in the past who've studied something else over here, but their previous experience, they never knew that
Yeah.
experience and qualification that they have from overseas was actually a permanent residency pathway for them. It's just about coming in, exploring whatever you have done in the past, whatever you have done now. Maybe there could be something that you can just get fruitful out of it than wasting your time utilizing. I can't say 485 is a waste of time, but if you can just have your permanent residency 491 or 190, then why not? And why stay on 485 then? I've got another question from Eloy. Says, what are the documents that are supposed to be presented during the skill assessment?
So Eloise,
So,
it varies from occupation to occupation, but generally work experience documents, your pay slips, your evidence of tax, your bank statements showing your pay evidence, your letters from employers, all these documents are mandatory here for any skill assessment. Your qualification, of course.
I hope, Eloise, we've answered your questions. I had a message from Kumavat. Kumavat, I can't see your question, unfortunately. If you can type that question back in the comments again, I will try to answer them during the session. So, is there anything else, Rakesh, that you would like to
I
add to
think
our
pretty much
session?
most of the states, this skilled migration program is working well. So people are happy.
Yes.
We got a lot of invitations. I would just say, don't wait. Utilize your time and get in the queue as soon as you can. Yes, and addition, we also get a lot of inquiries regarding Section 48.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. So I will explain a bit. Section 48 is a section of migration law which restricts people who have any visa refusal in the past to apply another visa onshore. So there was a lot of protests from applicants, migration agents, and other lobbies requesting the government, because of COVID, they should change the law for some time so that those people who have one refusal in the past, maybe a student visa, maybe an employer sponsored visa, and now they are qualified for another skilled visa, they have not done any crime. Government should let them apply onshore. Previously they used to go offshore for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, and then apply and come back. Now they can't go. So everybody, there has been petitions online going on, but as of today, government has not made any change in the law. It's still the same, but we are hoping that maybe in the coming weeks, months, there may be something. But as of now, the situation remains same. There has been no change in Section 48.
Yeah. Well, I hope, guys, we have been able to answer your questions, and this session has been found a bit helpful for you all. Again, you're more than welcome to get in touch with us anytime. Our contact details are given below. You can contact us on WhatsApp, on our Facebook pages. You can leave us a message. Oh, I've got another question from Rahul. He says, I have civil master's graduate, so I believe it could be civil engineering. I'm not sure. I
I see his master's graduate from University
From
of
University of
Auckland.
Auckland, and he's working from 8 months. Is there a good opportunity to apply for work or residency in Australia?
So Rahul, hard to comment with the. We don't know whether you have a skill assessment. All I can see, you got masters. I don't know even which international student. I don't know. So Rahul, it's hard to comment unless we have full details. What you have studied and what is, you guys said 8 months. So I
He's
don't even
working from
understand.
8 months. Probably he will be working in his occupation, I guess. But if you,
Yeah, he said I believe he's a civil engineer. He said,
yeah,
I have civil masters.
yes,
So first thing to determine is whether your degree means is able to be assessed by Engineers Australia. So there are two normally pathways. One is the CDR, for the degrees which are not accredited by what they call is Washington Accord. The other is if your degree, your university, institution comes under Washington Accord, the degrees are assessed on the basis of qualification itself. So the first step is to get skill assessment, and then moving on, depending on how many points, your location, and so many factors. So yeah, there may be possibility. Rahul, get in touch with us, send us your detailed CV, and we'll be happy to look into that.
So yeah, as I said, sorry, Rahul, you can even send us your resume, our email address. Everything is on our Facebook page. Our phone number is here. If you are in New Zealand, you can just contact us on 0452 000 200. Guys, whatever works for you, WhatsApp, phone, Messenger, leave a message, and we will try to get back to you guys. Rahul is working as a graduate asset engineer, so obviously there could be a link between whatever he has studied. So as long as our migration agent is able to determine whether your degree leads you towards your skill assessment. So if your skill assessment is good to go, we will analyze what experience you have. If you send me your resume, I will pass it forward to Mr. Rakesh for an initial assessment. And then I will probably type a detailed email of whatever he has to say about your profile. And then if we think everything is good to go, I will call you to book an appointment for you, Rahul. So if you're listening, follow this thing, send me a resume, and I will get things going and pass it forward to Mr. Rakesh for you. And with everybody else, so don't hesitate to contact us, guys. And thank you so much for watching our session today. I hope you guys have found this helpful. And if there is anything you want us to discuss in our next live session, we are more than happy to take that on board, and we will try to include those details or those kind of updates in our sessions moving forward.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we will. So thanks everyone for watching, and we will see you in another live session soon.
Yeah, and I hope you guys have a good weekend. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks.